If you clicked on this video, just know that Spirit and the universe wanted to say that they are very proud of you. The journey that you've gone through was such a triumphant one. And although there's still many more experiences that you will go through in this life, it's still important to look back and be proud of where you came from and that they love you. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Candy Tarot YouTube channel, you guys. I hope you guys have been doing well, amazing, and all that jazz. Also being safe. Please being safe. Please. But either way, you guys, we are back again for another video. And I want to be honest with y'all. I feel like I haven't given y'all a spiritual video, like something like deep and something for the soul, in a very long time. And that wasn't by design, like that wasn't my intention at all. But maybe I subconsciously knew that the majority of you guys don't like these type of videos, or at least, at the very least, from what I see from the response, people don't tend to click on these videos, but that's okay. I feel like those who do will definitely get the spiritual food that they need and deserve, and it will actually benefit them for the rest of their journey here. So I appreciate y'all for being here. But today's video topic is entitled, what spiritual milestone are you currently achieving? This is so that you guys can get some insight about what's really going on, especially during these tough times. Some spiritual insights from higher self, from your spiritual team, from source, just to let you know exactly what's going on and what type of developments that you're currently achieving, and how that would also be beneficial for the rest of your journey here. So you guys have a lot to be proud of, and just know that any tough experience that you're dealing with is not a punishment. It's there to really give you the development and the growth that you came here to achieve, let's be honest. And so hopefully you prepare yourself for these readings with that type of insight or that type of mindset, and enjoy it. So with that being said, you guys, please do us the favor and honor by choosing your pile. We have pile number 1 for Carnelian, pile number 2 with the Sodalite, pile number 3 we have clear quartz, and pile number 4 with the citrine. So with that being said, you guys, please choose with your gut and not with your eyes, and I will catch you at your reading. What is up, pile number 1? This is for those who picked the Carnelian stone. We're about to find out, what spiritual milestone are you currently achieving? Let's get into it. The cards that they gave us are, we have the Justice card. Beautiful energy already. Justice card. We also have the 4 of Wands in reverse. Sorry if you guys hear any type of noise in the background. We got construction all over this block, so. We also have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. We also have number 7. This is Move. This is also the Chariot card. We have number 3, Creativity. Look how bright. This is solar plexus. This is life force energy as well. We have Victory. This legend. We have Radha. Soul Flame. She don't come out all the time. Okay, she comes out for special occasions. We also have Lotus Flower. And this card that we'll get into later. Pile number 1. This group, you guys are part of my family. I know it. You guys are part of my family. When I say family, I mean the psychics, the intuitives, the occultists, the spiritualists. This is it. You guys, and if you don't know that, no, you know it. It's heavy, heavy, heavy psychic energy. very intuitive. I feel like you already know what I'm about to say anyway, so it's like this is just going to be a video of confirmations probably for you. But heavy, super connected to the divine. They're holding your hand in hand on this journey of yours. You do have a big mission here, I will say that. Not entirely sure what it is, but you do have a big mission. And I think you know that. This group, the spiritual milestone that you are currently achieving, has to do with maintaining balance and maintaining your strength and resilience in the midst of where things are not clear, fogginess, and that's usually a sign of trust in the universe. I feel like you are innately spiritual, and I think that's something that has progressed in your life. However, even the most spiritual people sometimes get lost sometimes in the dark or in the fogginess or in just lacking clarity. But this milestone means you have clarity, even in the midst of a storm. You have clarity. You have focus. And I feel as though your connection with the divine is very intimate. They're not going to allow you to fail. You may go through hardships, but they're not going to allow you to fail. They're not going to allow that. Obstacles are currently being removed. And for this group in particular, I do see the breakthrough is going to happen by way of your career. There's a career goal, wish that you have that is about to unfold, about to reveal itself. And this is where the breakthrough happens. And I have to tell you this, that breakthrough it's like a career breakthrough, and then it's going to land you right in front of the people that you are supposed to be with. And I'm referring to your soul family, but I'm also referring to that partner of yours. There's a divine union also indicated within this energy. I mean, this is just the first pile. I wasn't expected to be like a bang, but it's a bang. This is a banger. Let's get into it. Justice. This, in your case, this is your higher self. This is you. Some people also say shadow self. I don't really say that in this particular example. This is really you and your higher self really aligning. And I feel like with you, your higher self is one of those beings in which you are going to go through tough things, but it's not punishment. It's really to really achieve the maximum amount of growth, really. And sometimes you may think that spirit may overestimate your strength, but really, no, they're not going to give you more than what you can't already handle, you know what I mean? But once again, it's really about, you know, pushing the limit when it comes to growth and development. So really don't be too upset with your higher self. But the end game is not only inner peace, of course, but there's also an alignment that you're going to achieve, that your whole world is about to be, everything that you dreamt of, everything that you've been trying to achieve in this life will come about after this. And I honestly feel like, if I'm being honest, you are kind of already ahead of the game. This is about correcting, maybe your life has been a little bit like out of sorts. This is about correcting the balance. This is about remaining sure, remaining steadfast, stable. In the midst of anything that's going on. Once again, like, they're showing me the High Priestess card, so for sure, this is my psychic pile. And yeah, everyone has innate psychic abilities, but let's be honest, some people are just more advanced in that realm than others, and you are one of those people. You were specifically given specific knowledge and wisdom that transcend, you know, something that you can learn from school. This is something that you only can be given by way of source, spirit. But in the midst of what's going on in your life, whether it's traumatic or whether it's intense, this is you being assured that the outcome will always be positive and will always be beneficial. And whatever goals that you do have, you'll always be aligned to it. So even though you may feel like you strayed away from the path, you know that you've never strayed away. You've always been on the path. You are where you're supposed to be at this very moment. We also have the Four of Wands. There's going to be some things to celebrate very soon for you. Very soon. It's in regards to career. You have a career wish, career dream, and I think maybe even the wish could just be, I'm finding out that I'm really about to become like this is about to be like a career channel, I feel like, because I feel like most of the time when they do channel through me, they have a career message. I don't know. But I gotta just say what I feel. And there is going to be I see you're going to be achieving a new level of financial status. They're showing me a Queen of Pentacles energy. A new level of financial status that no more worry about money. Money will be the least of your worries. And like I said, it's coming through by way of an opportunity. Now, this is the Nine of Pentacles. And they want me to go back to Four of Wands, and we will, because they have something else to say about that. But let's go to this card really quick. The Nine of Pentacles. Whatever this next chapter of yours is going to be heavily career focused. I do see for some of you guys, it is going to be entrepreneurship. But overall, it's just, you're going to be very comfortable when it comes to your financial status and your income. And that's because of this. You've always known that that was going to be the end game. You always knew that. And I think that's what kept you, like even in the midst of storm, even in the midst of chaos, you still were standing. Now, it may have been tough, of course. You may have had your moments where you cried and things like that, but at the very least, you've always known that your journey will lead to this point, to what they're referring to. But let's go back to the Four of Wands really quick. This is also about, in the midst of hard times, still finding things to celebrate, still finding joy in life. So even if you don't feel like you have achieved it, this is something that you're currently working on. Finding joy, finding fun, finding that life is still worth living, even if all the goals that you're going to be achieving hasn't yet, materialized in the 3D. This card also speaks about that, the Nine of Pentacles, about, enjoying the beauty of life, regardless of what else is going on, and still being happy, still being content with the present. By the way, they're coming through. There's at least two people that I feel are going to be helping you with this endeavor. I see teamwork, I see some type of collaboration. And they are like members of your soul family. Like I said, your spirit team, your source is not going to allow you to fail. This is really, I'm almost getting like a job well done for you, because you were tested. And I almost feel like the universe also wanted to test your commitment to whatever it is whatever goal or dream that you have. And this is a job well done. So And once again, if you have yet to achieve, this is something that you are already working on, as the title will indicate. But you will have help. This is not something that whether it's I feel like there's a goal that you're going to be working on, but you're bringing in money. And I do see collaboration with at least two other people. Once again, we have, this is the Chariot card, by the way, and it says move, meaning obstacles are being removed. If you've been feeling stuck lately, which was part of the journey, like I said, this was the test. It was really to test your resolve. And the Justice card is here, letting you know that the right decision was made. You did the right thing. Some people would even say good karma is on your way. But we have number 7. This is a Chariot card, and this card is it's a very interesting depiction of the Chariot card. But this is moving through obstacles, but you're not doing it alone. And obviously this could be interpreted as spirit is with you, which is the obvious take. But once again, I do see collaboration of sorts with someone else in this life. Once again, you guys are tied. You guys are tied together, connected. And it's, your bond transcends time and space, so. Big financial opportunity that's coming through. It hasn't been revealed to you yet, though. But this is what's next for you as well. And it's because the milestone that you achieved was resolve. It was strength, resilience, tenacity, trust. Not everyone, I believe, will ever achieve that. Not everyone will achieve that in a lifetime. But you did, or you will. Once again, yeah, it hasn't been revealed to you. They're showing me like the Moon card, which indicates things in the background, fogginess once again. Like a lot of things doesn't make sense, right? But it's not supposed to. That's how we establish trust. So remember that. I even see, like, for those of you guys who are currently experiencing not having a job currently, and people may be like, well, why don't you work there? Why don't you work there? But you don't necessarily feel like that's where you are being led to. Listen to that. Don't give into the pressure of people really trying to make you conform. Especially when you don't feel in your heart or in your soul that that's exactly where you're supposed to be. You know that there's something else that is calling for you. And even if you don't know exactly what that is, once again, it's going to be revealed to you. Now we also have number 3, creativity, and ironically, number 3 also indicates collaboration as well, the number 3. They really want to talk about what's coming up next, and it's your career that's going to be the big focus on in the next chapter of your life. And the opportunity, which they are considering to be the golden opportunity, because they're showing me the Ace of Pentacles, the opportunity is going to be very uniquely and tailored to you. This is what Source is creating for you. The job or the field may not be something that's a thing currently. It may be something that you have to kind of make a thing, if that makes sense. And I think you're going to also have help in doing that. You have a very unique purpose here, and once again, it's going to be spearheaded by way of your career. Victory. I'll read it for you. Archangel Sandalphon. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Exactly. It's like in the midst of the fogginess, in the midst of the unknown, you still have clear focus. You're still walking on this journey. It's like, I don't know why they're showing me this meme, but you know that meme of Velma from Scooby-Doo where she loses her glasses and she has to completely stop what she's doing and look for her glasses, while you, even without your glasses, you're still walking forward on the path, even though you have no idea where it's leading you to. That's true faith, true trust. That's the milestone. And they're absolutely proud of you. This is what is going to ensure your success, your victory, and they won't have it any other way. There's a partnership here. Not like there's also career partnerships, but I also feel there is a romantic partnership as well. But it's because you guys also have a mission together. This is very big flame, very big twin flame energy. If you believe in that concept, if you don't, it's definitely higher soulmate, divine counterpart. That's what we're referring to. We have Radhat. Now, she don't show up all the time, so you should consider yourself very blessed if she shows up. Not only her, but her partner, which is Krishna. This is the divine feminine. Krishna is divine masculine. And usually when she shows up, she's here to let you know about a specific bond or a connection that is quite important for this journey. And in your case, it is your divine counterpart. You may identify as a divine feminine. This is the divine feminine, but this is soul flame. It says rediscover a lost part of yourself, experience relationship harmony and healing. And once again, they're also highlighting there is going to be soul family connections that you're going to be making quite soon. Maybe you've been feeling quite lonely, and I think that was absolutely intended. You've been on hermit mode, and I think it was vital for you to really kind of block out a lot of distractions, or just and just be in your own energy and with spirit to achieve this type of growth. But that's about to change. They keep saying these two people. There's two people who you're going to be working very closely with, and I feel like these two people may be separate from the divine counterpart that they mentioned, but they're instrumental in creating this new career path for you. Yeah. All right, let's go. We have lotus flower unfoldment. This is also another indication you guys are a very spiritual bunch. The interesting thing about this card is the lotus flower. The lotus flower is a flower that blooms when the sun is out, and I think when the sun is not out, it goes in. You know what I mean? So you are going through a period in which you're about to bloom. You may be in cocoon mode, but you're about to bloom, and this is a part of the spiritual journey. And this is also indicating that there is it's a bright future ahead of you. But once again, I get that you guys are completing a cycle. This is the cycle that you guys are completing. And once again, they keep saying, job well done, job well done. Right, so you guys, once again, I just feel like you guys already know, you guys figured it out, and you may not see the results immediately, but this is just confirmation for you that it's well on its way, and you're absolutely being rewarded for your hard work. And you were never forsaken, you were never forgotten. The last card that we have. Chair feels someone new is entering your life. Absolutely. Absolutely. I get at least 2 people, and they're not including those 2 people with the defined partner. So let's make that 3 people. Soul family, connected by soul, connected by a higher mission that was already contracted prior to coming here. Big mission, huge success, and you never gave up, that's why. I'm sure these are part of your manifestation, I'm sure of it. It almost feels like you're gonna get them back to back to back to back. Pile number 1, congratulations. You're doing absolutely amazing. This is the example. This is the standard. When it comes to spirituality, this is the standard that people need to follow. It's about tough times not necessarily defining the end result. And tough times are just that. Tough times that you're supposed to learn and grow from. And you did just that. While still maintaining the vision, still maintaining the dream, still maintaining the goals, still maintaining the belief and trust that that spirit got you, source got you, and that magic will happen in your favor. Pile number 1, thank you so much for being here. I'm honored. If you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I will catch you guys next time. Bye. What is up, pile number 2? This is for those who picked the Sodalite stone. We're about to find out what spiritual milestone are you currently achieving. The cards that they gave us are the 7 of Cups, the Moon card, the Hangman, number 16, Rebuild. This is also the Tower card. You guys are just completely in the dark about what it is that's going on. We also have number 26, Love Partnerships. We also have Archangel Raphael. Sweetheart. Breathe. And this legend, Horus, stop by. This legend. We also have Shaman. And we also have this card that we'll get into later. First thing I'm getting for sure, this group, I know you guys probably heard it before, Old Souls is what's coming up. I'm also getting something, a lot of people with powerful ancestors in this group, powerful ancestors who are always with you, continuously helping you on this journey. There's something they really want you guys to correct even. Yeah. But I feel like there was something that happened, something huge that happened. Like, for example, there was one thing, like your life was one way, then this happened, now your life is a new way. Like, it's something life-changing occurred. Your life is no longer the same that it was before. And the thing is, I get that you don't necessarily know what's going on. Like, for example, you don't know, you're not necessarily, or at least you will see this eventually for sure. But I feel like for the majority of you guys watching this, you guys don't necessarily see the deeper meaning of what's happening. For some of you guys, there is a relationship that you've recently left. And I also feel like for some of you guys, it could have been a divorce. But the funny thing about it is, I'm not necessarily feeling like it's like something like infidelity or things like that, even though that could be the case. I'm feeling like it's, for example, on paper, the relationship looked amazing. Like on paper, this partner may have had all the check marks or all the boxes checked, right? And maybe a lot of people would be like, oh my God, you guys are perfect together. Like, this person's perfect and things like that. But you knew something was missing. But not only that, I feel like that part of you felt like, yo, this person has a lot going on for themselves, but what do I have going on as an individual? So it's almost as if that relationship triggered that part within you, knowing that you can achieve more, you're worthy of more. And it's really no disrespect or shade to the partner. It's really more so like, you made me see that I still have dreams and goals of my own that I need to achieve. And I simply cannot do that within this relationship. So this is just out of respect. But I just feel like for some of you guys, there could have been a very intense breakup or some type of separation of sorts. And you're confused as to why it happened, but the thing is, it happened so that you can be empowered during this moment. It's time to now figure out life the way that you see it, not in the way that your partner sees it or the way that maybe other people see it. For you guys, it's more so you. I see goals, especially career related, that you have yet to achieve. I see major achievements that have yet to be achieved, that you're meant to be achieving in this life. And it's about aligning yourself to that. And it's not to say that love won't be a factor in your life. In fact, I feel like it is. But at this very moment, we have bigger fish to fry. Let's begin. We have the Seven of Cups. This is confusion. This is you like, I don't know what the hell is happening. I don't know what's going on. I don't know which way to go. But you actually secretly do. The path is already there for you. Oops, sorry. The path is already there for you. And for a lot of you guys, it's really about doing yourself a service by, like I said, I almost feel like for a lot of you guys, there's so much that you have yet to achieve as an individual, as a person, as just what makes you who you are in this life. It's about, they're showing me Queen of Wands. So this is absolutely about your own confidence, your own self-worth. It's under construction, they're saying. Which means this is what we're building at the very moment. So see it from that point of view. This is the perfect opportunity and time to figure out, okay, pile number 2, this is who I am. This is what I'm about. This is what I want to achieve. These are my goals, these are my dreams. And actually going after them, no matter what they may be. And to be honest, and just like I said, if there was a relationship, if there was any type of romantic, intimate connection such as that, This is to say that it was almost a distraction for you. And maybe that still is the right partner, but this is just not the right time. Now we have the Moon card. This is a lot of things happening behind the scenes, but you just don't see it. Once again, I see a lot of things that are waiting to be grasped by you. A lot of things that are waiting to be achieved by you. And I do feel like for a lot of you guys, there is a career message here as well. To be self-sufficient, to be independent. They keep showing me this story where the person, you know, gets into a relationship with someone who's already, you know, completed those things. Independence, self-sufficient, there's goals. I almost feel like you felt almost like in a relationship, you never felt equal. And it was triggering. It was triggering. Especially if you're in a relationship with someone who you felt like, yo, they've completed everything. Like, am I just supposed to be here for marriage and children? Or do I also have a life of my own? This is deep. This is deep, spiritual, I almost feel like reprogramming. And I believe that the reason why they chose that is because this is something that has been a pattern in your past lives, to where you were always, it almost feel like a shadow to someone else when you're meant to shine. The Hangman. This is about spiritual clarity, looking at things from a different perspective. This is what you're currently achieving, is a different perspective. And I do believe that the perspective is really on who you are. I also feel like a lot of you guys have been spending too much time in your head. And when I say your thoughts are playing tricks on you, talking about maybe, you know, oh, you're not good enough, or you're not this, you're not that, and that's simply lies. This moment was meant to enlighten you, was meant to inspire you. It wasn't meant to cause you harm or make you feel sad. It's meant to empower you and to motivate you. It's because essentially what they're showing me is that one person is kind of complete on their own, and one person got into a relationship who hasn't necessarily filled their own cup. So there is a disconnect, and that's something that will trigger and will trigger you when you are in that relationship, such as that. It's like, for example, if you're in a relationship, I mean, you don't have to be in a relationship, but that's the energy that's ringing the loudest in this. Matter of fact, I feel like if you were in a relationship, something happened to where you no longer are, but it's like, it's essentially when, if someone else is achieving a lot more, or is you just feel like, okay, then what's my purpose in here? And oftentimes those type of relationships, you'll have one person who has a lot of other things going on besides just this relationship. But for one person, it's like, okay, what are you doing? Like, let's hang out every day, when somehow society hasn't normalized that that's how relationships should be. Like, relationship, you don't have to talk to each other every day. You don't have to text each other every day, because we still have our own lives and other things going on in our separate lives, our individual lives, and then we come together and we have we share that. I feel like that's what was missing. And this moment, it's time for you to find what is it about your life, your goals that you want to achieve and create that's going to make you whole, to where you don't have to depend on anyone else to satisfy that. And that's the clarity that you are achieving at this very moment. And hopefully this video would be confirmation, or at least something that will give you some clarity about that. We have number 16. This is rebuild. This is the Tower card. I'm also getting some very old-fashioned, some very old traditional way of thinking. Like, for example, if you are a woman, a heterosexual woman, I'm getting like someone who was taught that women are only supposed to, you know, be prepped for marriage and childbearing. And I almost feel like even if you don't necessarily believe that, it kind of, I feel like it's ingrained, which is why we need to completely and totally reprogram and break that, excuse me, break it down and start anew. We're redefining what it means to be you, pile number 2. And that's up to you to decide, but I do feel like for the majority of you guys, there's a career that's waiting to be, there's a career goal that's waiting to be accomplished. I also feel like for some of you guys have been taught to really not shine, to dim your light. And this is supposed to show you that you are, that's not what's supposed to happen actually. Next card that we have is number 26. This is love partnership. Once again, they keep talking about career. I think a part of your way of establishing self-worth or just independence and is to thrive in your career somehow, some way. And I think any relationship, any love relationship, any romantic relationship will only be a distraction. So if you have recently ended a relationship or there's something that occurred to where you guys are now separated, please look at that as an opportunity to really develop as an individual and to really, it's time to achieve some goals. Because your spirit team are like, okay, we just didn't come here just for love. That's nice, and trust me, you will get the love that you want. But we also got our own goals that you said you wanted to achieve before you came here. So, I see they're showing me the 8 of Cups, so it's for sure, I feel like this is the type of energy that you're leaving from, or at the very least putting it on the back burner, of course, because there's other things that are more urgent. We're talking self-worth, obviously self-love, confidence, and once again, independence. Like, it's really you, first house stuff. I'm not an astrologer, but I have been doing my research. So when you hear me drop first house, these houses, planets and things like that, just know that your boy is upgrading, okay? But no, this is like first house stuff. I feel like for some of you guys, initially when it happened, it crushed you. And your spirit team is almost like, we understand. But try to look at it from our perspective. We had to get you out of that relationship. We had to. because you are about to be reborn into a brand new person and don't even know it. Actually, it already happened. You're just a little hatchling. But it's about time you sprout your own wings and fly. Archangel Raphael. This guy. Breathe. And he says, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. Perfect. When Archangel Raphael shows up, it's really about healing. And your type of healing goes deeper than just what transpired recently. This is soul healing. This is past life healing. This is karmic healing as well. Because once again, there's something about this pattern of kind of being comfortable with being someone's shadow or having your light dimmed that has been happening in past lives. And although it's intense and maybe a little bit uncomfortable, take your time. Take it easy. Relax. So what they're saying, what they're also saying is that it's like goddess energy, which is also the Empress is what they're showing me, and Queen of Wands is what they're showing me. But they keep showing me in reverse. So when they show me those images, they're indicating that this is a goddess who don't even know, a god or a goddess who don't even know that they're one. And that's what we're achieving. You just don't know it yet. Hopefully this video enlightened that to some extent. You may have Archangel Raphael as your team because he's like comforting you, like nurturing you, almost like a mother would when their child has gone through something traumatic or something intense, but that mother knows that this is just a part of life. It's part of your growth. We have Horus, which is also, I don't know if you guys ever know the Eye of Horus. The Eye of Horus. The card says, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. I'm very inclined to say this is also a very psychic bunch, or you guys are at the very least, very sensitive psychically and energetically. And so you're currently going through a shift, an energy shift at this very moment, and it begins with you. What you don't realize is how powerful you are. Once again, they're saying goddess, godlike type of energy. And it's time to remember that. It's time to realize that. You have the ability to create any type of life that you want. I know that's something that we always say as spiritualists. But it's this message specifically for you. Because I just don't be throwing out these type of platitudes. I don't just be throwing them out just so they sound nice. This moment in your life, this spiritual milestone is about discovering who you really are. And who you really are is, once again, a god or a goddess type of energy who defines what makes them happy, what makes them beautiful, what makes them successful, what makes them great, amazing. And you're gonna do that somehow. And it may not be like in a whole grand scheme, of things. It may be like or what I'm saying is like, it may not be like a huge for the world to see. It could just be your own personal goal, but it will be very impactful to how you view yourself. And when it comes to relationships, you will attract the person that you're supposed to attract, even if with that other person. Because I feel like that other person kind of, if there was a person, like I said, I don't necessarily feel like it was like issues such as infidelity or anything like that. I feel like you just felt this innate calling or feeling that there was still a lot to do on my own and individually. And you would be doing yourself, and not only yourself, but this person a disservice if you continued. And I feel like you will be, once this has been achieved, once you actually realize your worth and your power and actually achieve those goals, or at least be on the path to achieving those goals, you will attract someone who you're supposed to at that time, the right time, this time. It's a new beginning that's trying to open up for you. But you have to see that. It's a new path opening up. This experience, yes, it was intense, but everything that was once built is now rubble, which means there's now room to build something new. In your case, there's a new path that's opening, a new life for you, waiting. And it's about you this time. This time, it's this next chapter, it's about you being selfish in the best possible way, of course. Especially for those of you guys who can't seem to not be in a relationship, or who can't seem to who always feel like they have to be in a relationship. Like those type of people, this is absolutely the lesson that you need to learn, is to be comfortable in your singlehood and find other things in your life that are worth being happy for and worth celebrating for, worth being proud of. It's like, would you rather go through this now, or would you rather get married and then have to figure out life as an individual, but you're already Mrs. blah blah blah, or you're already you've already walked down the aisle, which makes it even harder and makes it even more tough. And on top of that, it will be a lot more, harder to try to figure out life. So just see this as Spirit and Source really trying to do what's best for you at this very given moment. Shaman, once again, you have powerful ancestors on your team, powerful ancestors, and they're trying to correct something that the lineage have been doing for a very long time, and we need to stop it. And it has to do, once again, the message is I feel is directed to those of you guys who are women and like heterosexual women who tend to fall for the guys who have big energy, like they have everything accomplished, like a trophy wife, like those type of, like, that's not something that you should be aspiring to. That's just an example. But you know what I mean? You're not an accessory. And I feel like this is what's been the pattern. And you're here to heal that. You're a force. You need to know that. You need to define how. But once again, I do feel like for a lot of you guys, it's going to be defined by way of career. So this card, once again, speaks about, as the card states, ancient healing wisdom. But this is also about recoding your soul's DNA, but also, you know, ancestral DNA, because this has been going on for a long time. And it may seem very daunting of a task, but don't think of it as like, yo, I gotta carry this burner for my ancestors. Don't think of it like that. Think of it like, yo, I want to change for myself. And that in itself will correct the pattern. The last card that we have, what did I say? We have Dolphin. Spirit never lie. We have financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Once again, I do feel like there's a career here. And maybe this is something that you put on a back burner at one point. And I hope to God that that's not the case for you guys. That you guys are putting your career and money for a relationship. Excuse me? Now you know that's not what we talk about. Now you know that's not what we taught here in Kenny Terrell School of Life. You know that's not how we taught things. Once again, I do feel like it's going to be introduced. This new version of yourself will be solidified by way of a career, I feel. A career choice, a career goal that you're going to be steadily achieving. In itself, it's about independence. It's about you coming into your own power instead of relying on others. So, powerful message, and I hope that it was heard loud and clear. With that being said, pile number 2, thank you so much for joining me. If you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I will catch you next time. Bye. What is up, pile number 3? This is for those who picked the clear quartz crystal. We're about to find out what spiritual milestone are you currently achieving. The cards that they gave us are the 10 of Wands. We have the 9 of Swords. Let's talk about it. We have the Hierophant in reverse. Let's talk about it. Number 1, Love Abounds. This is also the Ace of Cups. Master number 22, Intuition. Archangel Metatron is here to talk about chakra clearing. We also have Charity, Prayer, and Contemplation. First of all, I love the aesthetics between this card and my hat in the background. I'm sorry, I always have to mention it because I love aesthetics like that. We also have Dawn, New Beginnings. And this card that we'll get into later. Pile number 3. I do feel like a lot of people may not be ready for what they want to say. And that's okay. Just save this video and then come back to it at a later time in your life. And you'll be like, yo, I heard it here first. Or maybe you've already been hearing it. But the reason why I say that is because what they're going to say has to do with life purpose, has to do with what your soul wants as well, has to do with your higher self has wanted to achieve. And sometimes what happens is that it can conflict to what our ego wants. And we don't want to hear it. But there is going to be a happy medium to where you can satisfy both. This group, I'm getting leaders of the new age. What they mean by that, These are your spiritual gurus. These are the mentors. These are the once again, leaders. These are the herald of the messages that Source wants to say and spread. In essence, you guys are the prophets, the prophetess, the you know, maybe the monks, but you don't actually have to be like. I'm not saying go to Tibet, become a monk, a Buddhist monk, meditate on a mountain. Like, I'm not saying that. If you're feeling called to do that, then so be it. But in your own way is what your task to find and develop or even create. That is what's happening. You've been through so much. Life is not easy. It's not meant to be, or we wouldn't learn or grow. And you know that. With you, it's going to be one of those cases in which it's going to be like a story in which you made it out the trenches and look at where I'm at now, successful or whatever the case may be, whatever goals that you want. And it's going to be a testimony that people can follow by. You're going to have a story to tell that people are going to resonate with. It's going to inspire. This group, I feel like you guys are creating something or building something already that you've been working on for some time, and maybe it hasn't blown up, or maybe it hasn't garnered the success or the popularity that you wished for, but that's coming. Your journey, I had to say, you may want to call your higher self like a I don't know, a masochist, because your journey isn't meant to be easy in this life. Goals that you want from this life aren't meant to be easily achieved. You may have spent a lot of times facing obstacles, but the whole point was to remain vigilant, remain determined. And it's through that sheer power that you will accomplish everything. And in some way, it's that's going to inspire people. Maybe you're going to be someone who does TED Talks. Maybe you're going to have your own podcast that, even though podcasts nowadays it's being plagued by people who think their opinion matters. But you actually are going to have something to say that actually means something to people. So recognize that these hard times, these tears, this blood, sweat, and tears that you have put into whatever you're working on, trying to build or trying to create for you in this life, it won't go in vain. And you will have something to teach other people. Let's begin. We have the 10 of Wands. This is that, like, damn, can I catch a break? Like that type of feeling stuck. Feeling stuck for sure for this group. Feeling stuck. It's been an uphill battle for a lot of you guys. An uphill battle. But you guys will find a new direction that will be a lot more easier for you because you persevere. I don't believe that this is something that will continuously be a thing for you. I feel like it's there to really teach you something, and that something is perseverance and things like that, so that you can really have something to teach this world and have trust and faith, things like that. But I feel like once you do achieve this, the road will be a lot more clear, a lot less obtrusive, you know, a lot less obstacles to deal with. I mean, but this, yeah, I feel like very stuck. I feel like you guys have maybe a specific goal that you want to achieve, but it's like everything that I tried to do, I met with opposition. I met with, you know, struggles. But just because you're met with struggles does not mean it's not something that you can achieve. And it's about having that clear focus, it's about having, really for you, it's your connection with the divine that's really going to be your safety net, it feels. Because you're actually very connected. Nine of Swords. Your spirit team is pretty much, you're rolling deep. You're rolling deep with a lot of people on your spirit team. And that typically happens for individuals who do have a higher purpose. And that's what you're uncovering. It's like you may have a goal, like for example, I could be like, yo, I want to become a doctor, right? And you may, on the surface, that's what it is, just you becoming a doctor. But underneath all that, which is what the spirit is helping you, you are meant to inspire other people to really become doctors and to really strive for that. If you want to be a doctor, like you may be like someone who's of a minority, who maybe, you know, opportunity doesn't really come by as easily as maybe other people. And by other people, I mean white people. Let's be honest, I'm sorry. But I digress. It's, like I said, you are meant to break through whatever challenges or obstacles lie in front of you. So yeah, it doesn't mean it's not going to be easy, or it's not going to be moments where you break down or cry. But just know that you are so protected in this. So protected, and they're constantly trying to reassure you that the path will lead you to where you want to go. They're constantly trying to reassure you, constantly talking to you. And of course, sometimes even the most spiritual people can't necessarily see, and sometimes we can lose sight of truth, which is you are meant to achieve this. You are meant to accomplish this. But for example, they keep showing me, I was gonna say they keep showing me the Hierophant image, they were showing me it in traditional image, in traditional tarot, but we also have it here. But this is in reverse. They were showing me an upright. So there is going to be a moment where maybe it hits you, where you realize that you are kind of supposed to be a figure or an example that people will follow, or that people can follow. There's something about your story that's very maybe very specific or unique. Like for example, they kept bringing up like maybe you are a minority or someone who could be a particular race that is maybe unusual to be in a certain type of field or a certain type of area, and maybe the odds are stacked up against you, but yet you still thrived. Something like that as well. Or maybe there's a very competitive market that you're in, and maybe people predicted that you would never make it. And maybe after some time, you actually believe that. But you are the exception. You just don't know it yet. And you will teach others to also be the exception, and they will achieve whatever they're trying to achieve as well. So very heavy mentor guide, mentor vibes, guru vibes. Once again, the connection with the divine is very strong with you. Very strong. This is ascension, essentially. You are this is like ascended master. You're achieving mastery of something. When it comes to spirituality. which means not everyone will be able to do this quite like you can. So once again, I feel like a lot of you guys have something that you're creating or building or trying to accomplish, and it's just been a very tough, tough battle on trying to achieve it. But this is confirmation that you will achieve it. And then on top of that, you have a story to tell that will also help other people to achieve a goal. Because you're meant to teach. You don't have to be a teacher, but sorry, y'all. I could have sworn I put this on Do Not Disturb. I did. I don't know why it still went through. That was my sister, sorry. I'm gonna turn off my phone. Anyways, but you guys are meant to be teachers. And you have to answer the call. I'm now starting to see why that phone call came in. You have to answer the call. This is something that I almost feel like a lot of you guys know you're being guided to do. Maybe some of you guys are actually doing something that's actually quite spiritual in nature. Like, definitively spiritual. And you've been avoiding this for some time. For whatever reason. But it's about answering the call to this higher purpose of yours. I actually do see success. I actually do see financial income, steady income coming from this. So if that's what you're worried about, you need to stop worrying about that. For those of you guys who are feeling drawn to doing something spiritual, whether it's tarot reading, mediumship, you name it. But overall, your journey is meant to teach people. The obstacles and the twists and turns are there for you to conquer, and your story will inspire people. But it's your resilience, it's your belief, it's your connection with spirit that is the key. Ace of Cups, love abounds. One thing about you, they're highlighting your nature. You actually have a very, almost like a higher perspective when it comes to looking at people. I feel like you are someone who tend to see the good in people. You see people's hearts. That is 100% from the divine. Because not everyone does that. Not everyone will do that. It's not to say that you're gonna be a doormat. Like you're just gonna take anybody's BS. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that your view on humanity is that it's that of how maybe God views humans in the most compassionate way. And I also feel like for a lot of you guys, there's a new chapter that's about to unfold, but there is this old chapter that's closing. And it feels like it really wants to close, but you're not allowing it to. And this has to do because you have to see it from a place of higher love, like self-love, also in a way where you have to be 100% sure and happy in who you are and what you're doing and how your life is in the present, regardless of what's going to come in the future. And I feel like that's one of the things that you are going to learn and also teach in some way. But in order for you to be the teacher, you have to be the student, and that's currently what's happening. I see a lot of love given to you. Like people people adoring you, giving you attention in some way, praise, adoration. You're meant to have some type of following, and you're going to be loved. So I don't know what you're doing, what you're trying to create, what you're trying to build, but baby, if you don't feel the love yet, and on a grand scale, it's coming. Yes. We have number 22. Once again, a highly psychic group, highly connected to the divine. We have intuition here, which is really about trust. Which, if you have yet to develop that, this is exactly what you're achieving. Trust, not only in yourself, but also in the divine source, your spirit team. I also feel like for those of you guys who have been feeling lonely, I almost feel like this could also speak about a relationship, of course, but I really feel like you're going to have a lot of people either know who you are or just really show their love and appreciation for you, for whatever you're bringing to the table as this Hierophant energy. Yeah. And I think a part of you already knows that though. But of course you would. You've always known that. It's just that sometimes our own thoughts and emotion, and not even emotion, but our own thoughts could make us believe otherwise, that everything won't be okay. This is literally your spirit team really trying to be like, stop thinking that. Don't say that. Stop thinking that. No. Trust me. Trust us. It's going to, like, we have Archangel Metatron here. Chakra clearing. The interesting thing about chalking, bro, really. The interesting thing about Archangel Metatron is that it's rumored that Archangel Metatron used to be human first before ascending to the angelic realm. And in essence, that's what's happening here. I'm not saying that you're going to be a whole angel after this. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that you are ascending. And it feels very like an ascended master, like someone whose life and whose teachings are probably going to be something that is taught or revered or just regarded in when it comes to their own lives, something to follow, something to go by. But Archangel Michael, I'm sorry, not Archangel Michael, even though that person could also be a part of your spirit team. I would assume, I mean, you got everybody else. You got everybody else. Got the whole gang. But Archangel Metatron is the keeper of records. The Akashic records, which is pretty much the records about everything, the book of life. Meaning, you know, you have all the answers. You're connected in that way. Your crown chakra is powerful. You have all the answers. So once again, I'm getting you are being molded into a leader, a teacher, a mentor, a guru. And once again, it doesn't have to be traditional in that sense. It's in your own way. And your life in general is just going to be something that people look to for inspiration and for guidance. Just you living and you trying to or you trying to really pass through all these obstacles and achieving that and being triumphant in that. But the card says, call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. Archangel Metatron is something that you need to call on when you get like this, to clear all these thoughts, to separate the lies from the truth. And on top of that, once again, very knowledgeable in things that people would even be like, how do you even know that? And you may not even know the answer, but I think you know, because it's coming from the divine. Like I said, your life is meant to be something that we all learn from in the best possible way, because I almost feel like it's for some of you guys like a rags to riches type of story, like struggle to success type of story. That's what I'm getting for you guys. And for some of you guys, you're literally doing something that is definitively spiritual. So, and once again, I do get angelic vibe from you though, because it is. The way you view people is not human. It's not, the way you view people is almost not human. Because most of us humans have this ego, and we don't tend to see people as other spiritual beings, or see people as, like, you know, they're just trying to figure out life just like the rest of us, like that type of way, having compassion even if they don't make the best choices in life. But we have charity here. And it says prayer and contemplation. Connect with heaven and ask and you shall receive. You're connected. Straight up. The thing is, this is also confirmation that whatever you've been trying to manifest has already been granted to you. And the fact that you don't see it yet is no indication that you're not going to get it at all. For those of you guys who've been like working on either trying to manifest a partner, trying to manifest some type of offer of some sort, 'cause I see a love offer coming through as well. Some of you guys have been praying for that as well. You're not meant to be alone. But the thing is, you may have times where you're single, but the point is, when you complete this life incarnation, you won't end up alone. You're not meant to be alone. There is absolutely a love offer coming for some of you guys. And I also feel like this person too is really loving in nature, so you guys share that in common. Like very angelic energy as well. Dawn, new beginnings. A new cycle approaches. This time though, it's to say, job well done. You've learned what you're supposed to learn. You know exactly the lessons that you were meant to learn there, and this is something that you can share with other people. Don't keep this to yourself, share it with other people. But this next chapter will be a lot more easier for you. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is like a road, and it's the sun is shining on it, meaning the road is a lot more clear this time. A lot more clear. I think they said that earlier with this card as well, that there's a different path for you that would make a lot more sense for you than before. Everything a lot more smoother, a lot more clearer. The things that you're manifesting will come to you at a greater rate and speed. Stability is what a lot of you guys are wanting, and I don't know if it's because they're showing me a stability card, but it's not necessarily clear if the stability is in the form of financial security or is it in bonds and relationship, and it could be both. That just would depend on you. So once again, I don't feel like your life will always be about struggle, but I think for a good chunk of it, it has been. It has been tough. And the point was that you never gave up and you learned a lot. And these lessons that you learned are meant to be taught. Once you reach your goal, you're gonna have a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom to bestow upon people that will inspire people in some way. The last card that we have. Wealth, of course, of course, of course. I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew I was not tripping. Something that you're already creating though, something that you're already creating, and maybe it's something that you've already asked for, you already planted the seeds for energetically, and maybe you just have yet to really start on it. But I feel like for the majority of you guys have already started on this, and it's just a matter of time. And it's going to be like the floodgates are going to open. Like at one point there was maybe little to no energy to this manifestation, to it being a lot. So if in fact you guys are being drawn to do something very spiritual as a career, like having a spiritual career, you are going to be a defining example that you can do great spiritual work and yet still have financial desires, still have the desire to be financially wealthy and secure. They're not mutually exclusive. You can have both. And if you are not doing anything spiritual related, that doesn't matter either. The point is, whatever you're trying to build or create for yourself in this life, it will be success. It will be a financial success. And now I see why they show me the Emperor card image of stability, because this is the ultimate goal for you. And I do see like you guys doing like TED Talks, or you guys doing some type of, like maybe you'll have like a YouTube channel where you just discuss ways on how to achieve success. I don't know, but I just see a lot of people following you, following your steps. And they learn, and you learn, because you know, okay, these are what I should have done, or maybe this is some things that I would change. This is something that I want to encourage you guys to do differently or do the same. Like, you're going to lay it out, and it's going to be like a blueprint that people are going to follow somehow. And once again, it's because you persevered, you learned, you integrated into your own life, and you grew and you achieved. You're not immune to these type of low moments, of course. You are human after all. But there's going to come a time in which these obstacles are going to be no match for you. Because you're already highly connected, but you are really going to tap into this type of energy to where you're above it all. Divine wisdom is It's what you're equipped with, where you can utilize and get answers to life's problem. Not everyone has access to that. Which is probably why Archangel Metatron decided to show up today. Wealth guaranteed, success guaranteed. It may be a long time coming, but it's guaranteed. And it's your responsibility, though, as this Hierophant energy, as this guru, as this master, as this teacher, to really share this to everyone. That's your responsibility. Okay? So pile number 3, I commend you. I mean, I should be learning from you too, actually. So I can't wait until you drop that book. Can't wait till you drop that YouTube channel. I can't wait till you hold those seminars. But congratulations in advance. Thank you so much for joining me. If you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I will catch you guys next time. Bye. Hey, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. This is for those who picked the Citrine stone. We're about to find out what spiritual milestone are you currently achieving. I'm sorry. I'm really trying not to get emotional with this group. I'm really trying. So if you see any cuts in this video, just know that I probably got a little overly emotional. But the cards that they gave us are Ace of Cups in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse, Two of Pentacles. We also have the Four of Wands, joy and stability. We also have number 71, this is health. We have comfort with Archangel Azrael, which I know why he's here. We also have Green Tara, supreme protection. And we also have New Moon, promise. As well as this card that we'll get into later. This group in particular, I feel like a lot of you guys are currently going through something. And I feel like it's not, you've gone through loss, some type of loss. And for the majority of you guys, I kind of feel like it's a physical loss. Like there was a death of a loved one. This is grief. I feel grief with this group. And I think the other interpretation could be the loss of a relationship, because a breakup, sometimes people can still grieve breakups or grieve the loss of even a job that they really felt emotionally invested to. But the loudest energy is like grief from a loved one passing and transitioning. And of course, no one could ever prepare themselves for something like this, of any type of loss, of any magnitude. However, It's almost as if your spirit team are allowing you to grieve, but at the same time, they want to let you know that life still goes on. Your journey still continues. You still have things to do. And especially if you lost someone, like someone had died. By the way, if I didn't say trigger warning all up in here, but especially if this is a loved one that's now deceased, they would want you to continue to live life as joyous and as optimistic as you can be. And having gone through grief of the closest person that I've ever been with, like to ever have any type of contact with, it's a process. It's a process. But eventually you do wake up one day and realize that that person would want you to still live your life and be happy, and they wouldn't have it any other way. And it's my responsibility to honor that. And hopefully you feel the same way. More specifically though, I feel like some of you guys have lost a significant other. And it was crushing. And it's to the point where I don't believe that, it's almost like I don't believe in love no more. I don't believe that I would ever find a love like this ever again. And I'm happy to say that you're wrong about that. It's almost as if that person who's now in the spiritual realm is ushering this new person in. And for those of you guys who maybe lost a friend or even a career or something else that you were emotionally invested in, there's something you was emotionally invested in, they already have the replacement. And I don't mean to sound insensitive when I say that, but this is how they're interpreting it. It's like, yo, we already got like something else is coming, and they're saying it's better, but of course everything was different. Everything has their own purpose, of course, and everyone has their own purpose, but they're saying it's better. Let's begin. The Ace of Cups in reverse. This is the energy of me feeling like I would never find a love like this. I'll never be able to love again, something like that. There's somebody else coming in and you don't even see it. Very passionate individual. Loving individual. This is someone, your life has been kind of gray. And this is someone who's going to add the color that you've been missing. Yeah. Ace of Cups in reverse. It's like an emotional loss. It's absolutely an emotional loss. Also coupled with the Three of Swords in reverse. This is absolutely healing mode, cocoon mode. And to be honest, the spiritual milestone is that of strength, that of still going on this journey of yours, because you too have a journey of your own that's separate from anyone else. And so you still being able to laugh again, being able to smile again, being able to find joy again in this life, despite what may happen. And also, this is also helping you create an even stronger bond with spirit. Because I find that sometimes when people do go through some type of loss, they seek out ways to remain connected to that person. And a lot of times it's through spirituality. So that's also another thing that you're gaining from this. It was absolutely a soulmate. Whoever this person is was absolutely a soulmate. Absolutely a soulmate. And the person that they're ushering in is also a soulmate. I don't think it really, I mean, the point is not to say because I feel like you, how can I say, me telling you that you're not going to be alone quite soon isn't necessarily the point. You know, that's not really going to remedy the feeling, and I'm not trying to remedy it. This is a process, and you have to go through this process, and it's going to be different for everyone. But this is also to say that we're not just we're not just going through the process just for the sake of just going through it. No, there's actually an end game. There's actually a reason. There actually is a goal. The goal for you actually is, there's actually still more to life. And there's absolutely one significant relationship, another significant relationship that you will be experiencing. And for those of you guys who haven't lost anybody, what did you lose? Whether it was a job or maybe material wealth, it's going to be replaced. Bigger and better. The Two of Pentacles here to say that it's about maintaining stability and balance within your own self. Emotional stability. Very distraught energy. Very, almost like questioning what's the point? What's the point? And there is a point. There's always been a point. The point is, you have your own journey too. You have your own life too. You have your own path too. And whatever we did lose, we remember, not with sadness, but with joy. The good memories. They really want you to focus on the emotional stability for you. Emotional health, mental health is something that they are working with you about. And that's something that you absolutely need to take seriously during this moment. They're acknowledging that they know it's not easy. But you can do it. You can overcome this grief. But like I said, don't rush it. It's a process. But take it day by day. And attempt to live life in a more joyous and optimistic. At least try. That's all they're asking. Emotional health is what they really want to bring about for you. And that's what we are achieving. Just know that this is probably going to be the hardest lesson that you learn in this lifetime. The hardest thing that you go through. And when you do make it out in the end, or at least get to a point where you have now adjusted and adapted to this new life of yours, there's nothing else in this world that could ever stop you from anything. Whether it's trying to achieve goals, especially also finding love. I see marriage for you. I know I don't really talk about like when it comes to like future spouse and things like that, I don't really hold much weight to those type of titles, except soulmate. I do hold that to high regards. But when it comes to like future spouse, I don't use that term because not everyone's end game is marriage. But I see marriage for you, and I don't care if you don't believe in it. I see that. And I'm obligated to say that. This is also my marriage card. This is a 4 of Wands. But I won't necessarily read this as marriage unless I overwhelmingly feel that way, and I feel that for you. Joy and stability. This is about solar plexus chakra as well. Also crown chakra. So they are absolutely speaking to you. Whoever this is that passed, they're always around you. Constantly, always around you. And they're trying to really speak to you. And I believe they use this as an opportunity, which I'm going to allow, of course. They're also saying that there's so much more to be happy about in this life. So much more. And maybe you don't see it now, but you will. But it's also up to you to really find your version of what joy means to you. And that's something that you have to find within the present as well. It could be something as small as listening to music, going to the park, botanical gardens, what I do, as long as it's not destructive. Because once again, they really want to bring attention to emotional health for you and also mental health. You will get to a point where you will have a more elevated definition of happiness and what joy means. And with that type of wisdom, nothing will be able to stop you from anything in this life. And once again, I see marriage. There's a soulmate that really wants to speak, and I may let them speak in the end of this reading, but I do see marriage. Marriage, 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 marriage. We also have number 71. This is health. And they're referring to emotional health and mental health, like I said. And once again, this person continues to speak to you. I think this person also speaks to you through dreams. And if not, this is your spirit team speaking to you through dreams and by way of your thoughts as well. So this person also they want to say that what you have to look forward to. I see a whole family, like marriage and kids. I also see, for those of you guys who are interested in this, I see incredible financial wealth. Once again, it's whatever is lost will be regained times 10, that type of mantra. But one of the key ways of trying to improving your emotional health and mental health is really to adapt to a perspective, more higher perspective. And for you, it's to really see this from the lens of a spiritualist or of the divine. Anybody who's passed, who's deceased, is never actually deceased. The very essence of who they are, their energy, it will always remain. That never dies. And although that may be something that we've already known, it is something that we sometimes tend to forget, especially when something that we lost happens to us or we experience loss personally. But it's almost as if the person that maybe have passed, they're still communicating you. I think there's ways that you know that you can utilize to communicate with this person as if this person is still in the physical realm. Like, this person is also saying, like, yo, nothing has changed. Besides the fact that I'm no longer in the physical, but nothing has changed. Like, I'm still here, I'm still around you. And I feel like they show that every single time. And maybe you're too much in the grieving process to even realize that. But this is something that you will develop and adapt to. But it's about taking it day by day. And this is how we're going to improve. And this is how we're going to grow. And this is how we're going to live on. Archangel Azrael. If you guys don't know Archangel Azrael, if he shows up, he's usually sometimes referred as the Archangel of Death. And grief, actually. So, this Archangel is around you, helping you, giving you, like the word says, comfort. I am with you in your time of need, helping you or helping your heart heal. And you will. You will heal through this. Absolutely. Which is why I'm so thankful it's in reverse, because that indicates this is something that you already are doing. You should be proud of yourself about that. Although this is also referring to physical death, we're also speaking about figuratively. Part of the lesson as far as a spiritual milestone that you're achieving is being able to alchemize the low vibrational energies that you used to feel or that you sometimes feel, and making sure that that's something that you can change and turn into more positive. It's a technique that not everyone can master, not everyone can do, and maybe this is something that you have to try to do. Because if you feel like you'll get to a point where it becomes second nature to you, to where the moment some type of low vibrational thought or feeling tries to creep in, you'll be able to catch it and reinforce more positive thoughts, more positive feelings, more joyous feelings. Like, instead of maybe thinking about how this person passed away or how this person died, you're thinking about the memories that we shared, the fun that we had, the things that they taught us, whether, you know, just by their way of being. So transmuting those low vibrational energies into more of a positive energy. This is how you're going to be doing it. You're learning this as we speak. And it's not an easy lesson. I'll be honest with you. It's not something that's easy to master. But it's something that you're going to have to adapt and learn. And it's going to have incredible effects on your reality as well. Meaning, the more you feel positive, the more you think positive, the more you experience positive, as in blessings or manifestations. But Archangel Azrael is absolutely helping you. Powerful archangel when it comes to this, specialized in this specific area of life. So call on them, call on him whenever you feel like sometimes it's too much to bear, okay? Because you're not alone. Now we also have Green Tara, Supreme Protection. Once again, this is confirmation that whoever in your life has passed, this is someone who has, it's almost as if they're not going to feel like their job is done until they feel comfortable in knowing that you've now reached this level in which you will be able to really see life from a new, higher perspective, to where something like death isn't necessarily something that you think negatively about all the time. Because physical death is simply just a transition from physical to spiritual, from physical to energy. And of course, that's easier said than done, but once again, it's a process. It's going to be a process for you. And once again, highly protected from angels. Once again, I also feel like there's this soulmate coming through who also wants to speak. This person wants the floor. We might give this person the floor, but basically, you have help. Call on them, especially Archangel Azrael. I'm not sure if you are doing any type of spiritual techniques or methods. I'm not sure if you use tarot cards yourself, but I would definitely get into that because it's definitely a way of communicating. And I think that's something that could definitely help you. And here it is. This is a. The promise is guaranteed for you. They've already guaranteed that there is going to be a brighter, like, it won't always be cloudy, it won't always be stormy, it won't always be dark. There is a absolute brighter future ahead of you. And you're not gonna do it alone. And that's a promise. I'm gonna give this person the floor really quick. This soulmate that's coming through, this person really wants to speak. So I'm gonna allow this person. What would you like to say to pile number 4? I'm really trying not to cry. I'm really not. We have the Chariot card and the Wheel of Fortune. They're on their way. I mean, it's not to say that you need saving, like you're a damsel in distress, no, but they're coming in like that, like a knight. And to make this completely inclusive, if you have not lost anyone, maybe it's just a physical job or just a loss of money or wealth, this is also coming to you faster than you think. It's gonna happen very spontaneously. It's very divinely guided, of course. It's like you may feel like everything is just Armageddon, like nothing, like it's absolutely impossible for life to get better from this point on. And you are so wrong, sweetheart. So wrong. Your life is going to turn upside down, but in the best possible way. You have a lot to look forward to. And this person specifically really wants to let you know that they are on their way. They could already be around you. You may not necessarily see it. This person is also saying take a chance on life again. I don't know if you guys see, but this person has like a necklace, but it reminds me of like dice, rolling dices. And once again, it's indicating taking a chance. And once they're saying the message for you is to take a chance on life again, because there's still so much to explore, so much to be grateful for, so much to be happy for. I see marriage. Yeah, we're going to move on, because this person is just, you give this person an inch, they take a whole damn football yard. No, but it's really sweet. They're coming very quickly for you. But like I said, it's not something that I feel like you need saving. You are already healing. You're already. I feel like what's being said, that you are learning and achieving is something that you're currently already doing. And it's only a matter of time before you master it. The last card that we have is, sorry for the airplane, y'all. We have leg, stepping into a new experience. This is that take a chance at life again. Your life has been redefined by whatever you lost. Now your life is now different. Of course, that's the facts. But although it may be scary, the only way you would have failed if you don't try. That's it. And for a lot of you guys, you guys will get a leg up of some sort, some type of helping hand from someone that's coming through, whether it's career or otherwise. But once again, this is you stepping into life redefined and doing it bravely, courageously, and optimistically and positively, which is the goal. So pile number 4, I would love to hug you and know that it does get better. And I'm living proof of that. Trust me when I say that. So if you feel so inclined, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But other than that, I will catch you guys next time.